addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. And off we go from Denver. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Nix to throw right away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And out across midfield down to the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Nix. A short one to the tight end. And it's a fumble. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Herbert now. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Here's Herbert. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Ladd McConkey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball is placed in the proper spot.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score. Chargers 7, Broncos 9. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And this defense... anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
In motion left goes Sutton. Nick's going to tap this forward. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him.
They've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Nix. Under pressure, they got him again. Poona Ford, the one to get to him and drop him. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Now the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 92 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a yard.
70 range, come on.
Nix to the air. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Let's go. 44-yard line.
Working out of the gun is Nix. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos did a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their 1st touchdown of the game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stepped out behind the line of scrimmage.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll be brought down goes. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
79 Broncos!
Second and 2.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, sack! Check go!
Nix from the shotgun.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready!
Back to the air with Nix.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Josh .37 yards.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Will Buck to kick off for the Broncos.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And some space here. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A.
J.K. Dobbins, 56 yards. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Broncos 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards.
And the Broncos are back within a score. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he could pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Returnable here for Davis. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
He gets it to Johnston. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
31. Broncos 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Khalil Mack able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Final minute now of the third quarter.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Mims in motion left. Here's Nix.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go.
An audible here to get a new look.
Curve 19. Take go.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot. And they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston. 26 yards. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Street. Go.
Now it's Nix. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll go play action with Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They're going. It's Nix. That is caught. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's another Broncos first down.
Nix looking to throw again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
He's got a man, complete.
Look at the big fella go.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 98 yards.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score. Chargers 45. Broncos 21. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Nix to the air. Quickly into the hands of Mims.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
To throw is Nix.
He finds his man, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Let's go. Go.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a handoff for Dobbins. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
12. Set.
Herbert now. And the Broncos get there and take him down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. On the return, Tremont Smith. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing Nix. Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw again. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They're going to pass here with Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Dobbins trying the left side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will